Christmas tree, oh, Christmas. Oh, hello, guys. Welcome in to the very festive Wake Up Barstool Studios. It's Tuesday. We once again engage in supreme debate, plus a Monday Night Football recap, the debut of a couple of brand new segments, and Rico Bosco talking college hoops. It all starts now on FS1. Hey, what is going on, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. I'm T-Bob here. We got Big Cat Eddie, Nikki, and Steven Cheah here in studio today. Got a very fun show planned for you guys. A lot of football to get to as Wazowski and Sully went head-to-head last night on the big stage. Boys, how are we feeling this morning?
Feel great. That was a chaotic Monday Night Football game. The ball, analytically speaking, I think the ball was on the ground about 85 times. It felt like every other play was a fumble.
Yeah, I feel better than Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. And Jalen Hurts, I have a take ready. You want to take right off the bat?
Right off the rip? Start us off.
Jalen Hurts, the most hated man in Kansas City because he beat them in the Super Bowl last year, obviously. And then last night, his 4-interception plus a fumble game pretty much eliminated the Chiefs in the playoffs. The Chiefs really needed the Chargers to lose that game to have a chance to sneak in. And now they're really like their percentages to get into the playoffs are very, very slim, and they need a lot of help. I think he might be the most hated guy. Who else would be up on there? They beat everyone else. There's no one else that they can't be like Joe Burrow or I guess Joe Burrow. That one time he beat him or 2 times he beat him. Josh Allen, they beat Josh Allen.
I feel like Jalen Hurts looks at you and you can't be mad at him. He's a stud.
Yeah, but then he does the fortune cookie quote, which I'm sure he had a fortune cookie quote last night. I don't know. I didn't see the post game.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah.
I do feel that. Well, okay. Let's get into Jalen Hurts then. And you mentioned the 4 picks, the fumble. Could have been 5. He even had 1 pick reviewed and taken away. Like, for whatever reason, last night was awful. And it seems like sometimes in life, when things are going very badly, there can be like a visual representation of it, right? Like the butt fumble ended Mark Sanchez's career in many ways because it became the thing that we always go back to.
What's he up to today?
Oh, okay. I don't. I think he was in the news recently. I can't remember.
Okay, yeah. Keep going.
But Jalen,
visual representation.
Yeah. But like, I mean, could you have written anything better to epitomize the current struggles of Jalen Hurts and kind of this Eagles team than somehow a play where he throws a pick and fumbles in the same play?
Like the Eagles are obviously in a down stretch right now, but they're not this play bad. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
but they feel, to their
bad.
fans, I think they feel this play bad right now. Because even when they were winning, they were miserable. And they were insecure about the offense. And this is all of their insecurities writ large.
The craziest part about last night, though, is that Jalen Hurts had a terrible, terrible night, but he also made some throws that looked like the Eagles' offense was kind of fixed. That throw he made in overtime to Devontae Smith to get the first down in the middle of the field was an absolute rocket.
Yep.
The ball he threw to A.J. Brown, none of this is talked about if A.J. Brown just catches the football with that ball that he dropped in the bucket, in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left. That was insane. Like, he actually had, I'm not going to say he had a good night because he had 4 interceptions, but if you watch the game, Jalen Hurts was not like the only problem for the Eagles. The guys got to make these catches, and that was a really bad pick. Yeah, the one that ended up being the fumble. And the Eagles' defense played awesome. They had 7 sacks.
7 sacks.
They took the ball away. The Eagles are just in a weird spot right now because you could look at. There was a moment in that game where I actually, and I'm very excited to talk to my good friend Max Salente at some point today because he was very upset last night. There was a moment in that game, I think if you're an Eagles fan, you're like, this team is about to turn the corner. It was when Saquon ripped off that run.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're like, if this feels like the Eagles of last year, this is what we've been missing. This explosiveness is finally back. Their defense looks awesome. And then that throw, I don't understand that throw in overtime, especially on first down. Just run the ball a couple times, to get yourself set up.
I feel like so many people are treating them like the winless Lions or the whole Cleveland Browns history.
Yeah.
Or compared to the Jets.
Yeah.
They're 8-5.
The problem is they brought back basically the entire roster. And obviously Lane Johnson being out hurts a lot. The record the Eagles have in the last, 10 years without Lane Johnson versus with is pretty shocking. But outside of a couple players, they pretty much brought everyone back from a really dominant Super Bowl performance that didn't lose a game for 3 months last year. I think that's the part that, what has changed? It's the offensive coordinator's changed. And the vibes have changed, and now they're in a spot where they're not totally safe.
If they were anywhere but Philly, this would be a non-story.
Yeah.
They're still in the driver's seat of that division.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have like a 95% chance instead of making the playoffs. No, I'm not.
We're gonna do it. I know.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it later. I have 2 teams that I'm gonna throw out there.
Now,
I'm not gonna say that the Eagles are gonna be in the playoffs. We'll do it later though, because it's. I want you guys to decide.
The Cowboys got to catch him, right?
I'm gonna throw 2 teams at you guys later on in the show, and you guys can decide who you would put money on to make the playoffs.
I think you mentioned it being a non-story, Eddie. I think in some ways, yes, right? But like Dan said, going from the Super Bowl last year, bringing everybody back, that makes it all so much more disappointing. But also, I feel like we kind of crave clarity a lot of times, and Jalen Hurts just seems to exist right on the edge of you give yourself over to him as being awesome, and then he does this. Like even last week, when we stumbled randomly into his Jalen Hurts elite debate. He's got a little bit of that Flacco energy to him. For one, I've always been a Jalen Hurts defender. I'm betting on him to figure it out. We've seen him in multiple times in his career be in super bad valleys, benched, back against the wall. He's always figured out, found a way to come back. I think that he's in the East. They can find their way to the playoffs. I think Hurts is going to be proven right in the end.
He doesn't look right, though.
No, he does not look right. He's playing objectively terrible.
There's something in his facial expression that, he knows he doesn't look
Yeah.
right. He knows something's broken.
Do you want the quote?
Yeah, let's hear the quote.
Okay,
It probably sounds like a fortune cookie.
It definitely stings, but how do you respond?
Yeah.
That's the only way I know how to look at it. You're going to see what type of resolve this team has. What's in us to respond the way we want to. We've just got to dig. I trust that. Leader.
I don't.
Leader of
What-
men.
I don't know what that
We've
means.
just got to dig.
That was nonsense.
What does
are you
we've got to
talking about?
dig?
Yeah.
You
how
gotta
do you
dig
trust
deep.
that?
What, you want to be in a hole?
Inside of, yes, you have to go down to come up. The
No,
more you go down, the more room you have to go
Wait,
up.
hold on,
You're
T-Bob,
creating
are
room
you
for success.
You're buying those type of quotes?
Oh, I love, dude. I'm a
that's-
quote sucker.
There's no
I
way.
freaking love quotes.
Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback. Jalen Hurts is just a Russell Wilson 2.0. That's how I've thought about him for a while now, where he is a very good quarterback who needs a good defense and also is very corny. And when he gets to his later part of his career, everyone's going to be like, whoa, that guy's weird.
But that's not a bad thing.
No,
Yeah,
Russell Wilson
yeah.
was a very good quarterback. It's not saying that Jalen Hurts is bad.
And he's not like a headache in the locker room.
It's okay to say that there are levels to this thing where Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback. You can win a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has a set of skills that is dynamic and very difficult to defend for when it comes to running the football, which I think he should do more of. They need to get more design runs. But if you ask me, Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts or Patrick Mahomes, it's not a debate because one of those, a couple of those guys, there's a few guys in the league who can elevate a roster that might not be perfect. Jalen Hurts is a perfect example of a guy who, if you put him on a very good roster, he can do what needs to be done to win a Super Bowl, which is a good thing, but it's not. Yeah, I mean,
he's a tier 2 quarterback, right?
Yeah,
outside
which
of
is
tier
fine.
1. Yeah, which is good.
Which is exactly what Russell Wilson always was.
Yeah.
Russ was
He had a
fringe
year-
top 5
he-
for a while.
he had
When the
1 or
team
2
went
years.
bad, though.
Yeah, sure.
That's the thing. It's
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying this is going to be interesting to see. If you look at Russell Wilson's career arc, I kind of see the same thing coming from Jalen Hurts, where it's you spend a lot of money on him, you then have to give up money other places of the team, then you're you do it. He might have a couple of years where he has to do a lot of it and he has to throw, but is it winning football? I don't know if it's winning football.
Is winning the Super Bowl the worst thing that could have happened to Hurts and Russell
Yes.
Wilson? 'Cause then they got confidence I'm good at quarterback.
Then you're
And again,
They should have never done it. That's the worst case
Joe
scenario.
Flacco.
This isn't all on Jalen Hurts. The Eagles still can't run the ball in a meaningful way where they used to be able to dominate games.
Che was right.
Yeah, it's controlling the line of scrimmage. Guys drop the ball. Again, none of this is being talked about if A.J. Brown just catches the football.
Yeah. What's their last
But that's,
score?
I mean,
What
that's
exactly
how it
would
works
they
at quarterback, right? Like we still say that that Lamar Jackson's not good in the playoffs, but he made the throw to Mark Andrews last year.
Yeah.
Josh Allen has made the throw multiple times in those Bills-Chiefs playoff games. It's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, it's so. And by the way, the Chargers on the other side, like they deserve a ton of credit.
Yeah,
Justin
yeah.
Herbert got absolutely killed. He gets every game. I feel like he gets hit 1,000 times, and then the announcers were like, Jim Harbaugh's stressed that we don't want to get Justin Herbert hit this week. And then I just watch him get hit another 1,000 times.
And he never complains in the postgame. He's always like, I just got to get rid of the ball faster. I got to do this. I got to do that. And the
Well,
Chargers
that would be funny if he complained. Has anyone ever complained in the postgame?
Justin Herbert a little bit last night. Did you guys see the
Laura
stuff
Rutledge.
with Laura Rutledge?
No.
But imagine if he imagine if Justin Herbert last night was just in the postgame was just like, I'm like, I hurt really bad. Just sort of, like,
It's had
we
9
had-
different
we had-
offensive lines.
Yeah.
We had Jameis Winston back in the day. You know, my back's broken. Everywhere hurts.
Yeah.
There's, I feel like Kyler Murray's complained. That might be unfair to Kyler. He just feels like maybe somebody who did.
But he's an absolute dog, and the Chargers are now like this was a huge game for them, and it feels like they're going to be in the playoffs.
Jim Harbaugh's a great coach.
The best,
Right? Like that's just, it's so abundantly clear. The sample size is absurd to somehow be 9-4 with the O-line injuries that they've had this year boggles the mind. Also, Cameron Dickers, the most accurate kicker in NFL history.
Who would have
Yeah,
guessed
that's
that?
crazy.
Yeah.
122
nuts.
makes to 8 misses.
Technically Asian, Jay?
Technically, not of ethnicity, but he was born in Hong Kong and lived in Asia for, I think, like 7 or 8 years.
The huge.
Chinese.
Huge. Bram.
There you go. Shut out. So last night's Monday Night Football game was great. In other quarterbacking news, guys, speaking of interesting careers, come back. How about it? Phillip Rivers working out for the Indianapolis Colts, dude. Our guy is back. I don't know, right? It seemed like when he played, when we last saw him, that he was pretty done.
I'm a little mad that they got my hopes up because I don't think he's going to actually play, but I now have my hopes up.
Is he a grandfather?
Yeah, yeah.
Would this be the
Yeah.
first grandfather quarterback?
Can't be, right?
I feel like Brett Favre might have been a grandfather at the end too.
I feel
Yeah.
like Norm Van Brocklin might have been a grandfather. I'm basing that off nothing.
I want this so bad. I love Phillip Rivers. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch play football just because he's so funny and we've, you know, like every single Sunday at 6 o'clock, you just have the same Groundhog's Day where Phillip Rivers would be down late in the game and either he would bring the Chargers back or he'd be stomping off and yelling at everyone because they lose like a 1-score game. That was always your just sign like, oh, Sunday's almost over, time for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to actually play, right?
He resets his Hall of Fame eligibility if he gets in that.
If he gets
Yeah,
in.
how great is that?
Which might actually be why he's doing this.
Yeah, it might be a
He doesn't.
ploy.
He knows that he's like a perfect fringe Hall of Fame guy,
Yeah, so he does.
so he doesn't want to ever be judged.
And
So
history will be kind to Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, if you-
His people will soften. And,
Yeah. That's genius. I didn't even think about that, Eddie.
That's why, yeah.
Because who
But
else?
if he's on the practice squad, he's fine.
Who else is he? Can we get a list of who else he would have been going up against? This.
Oh, like this
yeah.
year versus like who could be going
Brady,
against in 5
Roethlisberger.
years?
Are they the same?
Those are tough names to be next to.
Yeah, I don't know if those are the exact names. But I want a
Jay?
list of who he'd be going up against.
It's not Brady. Roethlisberger probably. So his last season was the COVID year 2021. But I will say his last game, playoff game at Buffalo, he was 27 of 46, 309 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, and they were competitive in that game if I recall. They lost by 3 points. This is if he doesn't play, who's starting for the Colts?
Like
Riley Leonard. What happened to Anthony
Leonard's
Richardson?
Oh yeah, man. That's,
And,
he
like,
got hit in
they
the eye.
drafted Anthony Richardson very highly.
Top 5 pick.
He had that 6th throw 2 years ago that made us all, had our jaws on the floor.
Chris Ballard just doesn't get talked about enough for being bad at his job. He is. Like how do you not have another option and the Anthony Richardson pick? And I'm pretty sure I saw the stat. Has he gone 9 years as the GM of the Colts and never won the division? And it's not like that's a division that's very difficult to win.
that's
that's crazy.
really?
I'm pretty sure that he's gone all 9 years. He's gone to the playoffs. I don't think he's won.
I just assume the Colts win that every year.
No, they never do. And Chris Ballard is just there. And It's crazy. They're always in that like weird range where they're competing, but have they ever won?
They have not.
They have not under Chris Ballard.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
He's the #1 draft traits guy too, which is very opposite everyone now.
What do you mean?
Like he loves like height, weight, speed. Like Anthony Richardson is a perfect example.
Traits.
Of that.
Got
Yes,
it.
traits.
Yeah.
Trades.
Yeah.
He, yeah. And
Wait, is he
they went
known as the
all in.
#1
Yes.
traits guy?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's weird to be known as the traits guy.
Do you want the Hall of Fame candidacy
That also
list?
that gets into some like
It gets a little.
dangerous
It's towing a
area.
line.
Yeah, Nick and I are both thinking of jokes that we're not gonna make.
Biting the tongue, Steve.
Okay.
Do you want the
Yeah.
Hall of Fame candidacy list?
Did you see that World Cup matchup between Austria and Argentina?
No, I did not.
Okay, go ahead.
A lot of blue-eyed boys on the teams.
Drew Brees, Eli Manning, and Phillip Rivers would have been your
Drew
quarterback
Brees,
candidates.
Drew Brees, Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers.
And like Drew Brees and Eli both go over Phil in that group.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Running backs, you're looking at like Marshawn Lynch probably leading the way. Frank Gore worked on Eddie George. That's not the strongest. Larry Fitzgerald is in that
Okay.
mix.
Frank
Greg
Gore's
Olsen and Jason Witten. Can maybe get a
Jason
couple tight
Witten,
ends in
yeah.
there. And then we get into linemen, which I'm not sure.
All right, so it's not
Matters as much.
Maybe he just loves football.
But he would have
That might
been
be it.
QB3 there. He does. I mean, does anybody love football more than Phillip Rivers? He's also very much in the record. He was never a warm-up guy. He's just like, oh man, I got this old wet leather arm. I'm just gonna toss it a couple times. I'm good to go.
I just don't. I mean, remember remember what was it 3 years ago when the Eagles lost in the Eagles beat the Niners in the NFC Championship game, and Brock Purdy got his elbow hurt. Kyle Shanahan said afterwards that he would have brought Phillip Rivers in if the 49ers had survived that game and went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So like we've been teased with this.
So has he been letting teams know that he's ready?
I think I think everyone
He's got that wet leather
ready.
arm. He's always ready. Like the NFL is not hard to Phillip Rivers, which is insane to say. He can just step out of like being a grandpa, working his land, coaching high school football, and he can step in and be competent on an NFL football field.
It's crazy.
I hope it happens.
I hope it happens, but I feel like I'm being teased. I feel like he's going to get out there, they're going to have him run some drills, and they're going to say, oh, yeah, this guy's a 44-year-old great.
There have to be some guys that aren't 44 that can do this.
Right.
All right, guys, coming up next, the debut of a brand new segment that our resident genius, Nikki, has cooked up. I've always said, coming up next here on Wake Up Barstool. What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool on FS1. So this is a brand new game. It's called I've Always Said. And our resident mischievous genius, Nikki Turani, has created a take randomizer of sorts here.
Okay.
We have 3 separate piles. One's kind of your subject, then the take, then what it's about, right? In all 3 piles. So we will draw these cards at random, form a take, and then defend it. They could get potentially problematic, so I'm here to say, please absolutely do not screenshot it and spread it around the internet and try to get us in trouble. I would really hate if you would do that.
These weren't vetted either.
No. We have, there is.
I rolled in. They were like, "Hey, send us your ideas. We'll put them on the Wake Up Barstool cards." I was like, "I already have index cards. We're good."
I love it.
Yeah.
So this is a okay, Nikki.
This is to save us from having to do work. It's the holiday season. It sucks to get up early.
Makes sense.
So this is going to form our opinions and our takes for us.
Love this.
So I'm just going to grab 3, 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. And are you reading it in order?
Yes.
Yeah. It has to. The sentences start with.
Can I just
1,
grab right
2,
now?
3.
I'll go right now.
Don't look yet.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm not
look
going to
yet.
look at it. But
Okay,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna grab.
Okay, I'll go ahead and grab 2 then.
And so it's called I've Always
go,
Said because you have to start it with I've Always Said.
And then are we defending these takes?
We have to defend them, or you guys can agree. They might just
Okay.
be pretty correct.
I love this. All right. Give it to us.
All right.
Oh, T-Bob's right in front of you.
My bad.
Oh, no. Actually, you're not. Okay.
Boys, you've been around me for a while.
Yeah.
And you know this. You know this, and you know I've said this off camera, but I'll say it now. I've always said the New York Jets need to start working with the ghost of Joe Paterno.
I think. Look, Joe Pa won a lot of games.
He won a lot of games.
He wanted the
A lot
Jets.
of football games.
The Jets have a distinct non-winning problem.
The Jets need something new, and who knew more than Joe Pop.
Boy, that's true. That's a good point. He probably might have a guilty conscience as a ghost, so now he's trying to right his wrongs.
I think it could be a beautiful tale. Like he can finally find peace.
Yeah, he's trying to do some right things, some good things, to have rest.
The only people that were more abused than the victims of Penn State, arguably the New York Jets.
New York Jets.
Listen, I'm supposed to be the one getting in trouble.
Yeah. All right, that's a good. That is good. So we just read them.
You just read them.
Are you going next, Dan?
Okay, yeah, I guess so. So I read them.
You say, I've always
1, 2,
said.
and 3.
I've always said, this is something I've always said, Steven Cheah is as trustworthy. Nope.
You have to
I'm not going to say it.
You have to say it.
I actually am not going to say it.
You can't do that one. You can't do that one.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. Here, grab another.
I can't say it.
Yeah,
I
grab
can't
another
say
3.
it.
T-Bob
You
gave
can't
me
do
2
that
on
one.
accident.
All right. Here
Can
we
you
go.
say this word? Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. All right.
probably.
Steven Cheah is as trustworthy as the mighty sperm of Philip Rivers.
No,
Always delivers. Always here.
Always
Can't stop
delivers. Yeah.
can't always wins the
The
race.
other one is actually like factually correct. I just
I don't
can't
know how-
say it-
I don't know
can't
how
say it
that
in a
happened.
sentence.
Yeah, that's my
It just
fault.
said the Chinese, which you are half
Yeah.
Chinese, but I can't say it in
Yeah,
that
my
sentence.
fault.
With
I'm-
those string of words will look really
If
bad.
you get canceled, we're all done.
Yeah. Okay.
The take is that that Cheah is as trustworthy as Philip Rivers' seed.
Sprem.
Good
Yeah,
compliment,
I
Cheah.
actually think that's true. Steven Cheah is a very trustworthy guy.
He would be my 1-1 to babysit my dog, future child.
I don't know about that, because
Yeah.
think about all the questions.
That's a
Where'd
good.
you
I
put
want
this?
that. I want
Where'd you
the-
put that?
He is going to be the most prepared person.
There's a point where questions like I like people who just can figure things out.
Emergency, I'm calling Cheah.
No, absolutely not. Che calls me for emergencies. So you're gonna call him and he's gonna call me. Just call me.
Listen, I bet you. Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. I've always said that Jerry Jones has to educate himself about modern day O.J. Simpson.
Oh.
I feel that, look,
yeah.
Jerry's been in this league for a long time. And sometimes as an older man, you start to think about something one way, you get set in that way, and you never really realize what's happened afterwards, right? And so I think Jerry still thinks of O.J. Simpson as that MVP Buffalo Bill running back rushing for 2,000 yards. And I'm here to say, Jerry, you just have to pump the brakes on praising O.J. Some stuff happened. Just read about it a little bit. Just educate yourself, Jerry.
You might be the one that broke it to him that he's gone.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, there's a lot to catch up on, Jerry. There's a murder scandal, his genial golf videos that he tried to rehab his image with. I think he robbed somebody in a hotel at one point.
He tried to be like a fantasy football guy for a while.
Yeah, he did on Twitter. And now he's dead.
And now he's dead.
Yeah.
And now he's dead. So there you go, Jerry. Stop talking positively about OJ.
This is going to be a problem, this whole entire segment.
I've always said the CFP selection committee needs to realize they'd be more respected if they acted more like Shannon Sharp on Instagram Live. I mean, it's
I actually think that's true.
actually
That
true.
one's factually true.
If they put out the bracket, then they'll go live wailing.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, all right, these guys.
yeah, I mean, it's quite just it's factual. Like, let's,
You have someone being like, I'm not putting Notre Dame in there. Hi, Poppy.
okay, man. Listen, you know best.
Yeah.
exactly.
We're going to put Miami.
That's actually good.
You're gonna
PR
like
for
it.
them.
Yeah.
It's like leak a tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. You get to hear what's going on in the room.
I'm in for that.
Yeah.
I've thought, we just need a 100-year check sex tape. Che, what do you have?
I've always said Brett Favre needs guidance from Deshaun Watson. Two of the greatest number 4s in NFL history. Both quarterbacks.
Way to save it.
Brett Favre obviously not going through a good PR time post-playing career. Obviously, towards the end of his playing career, a lot of unsightly stuff with cameras, camera phones, sending things. You know what Deshaun Watson did? Everything he did behind closed doors. Just don't put it out there in the public. Also, just don't. as far as I know, Deshaun Watson isn't swindling the good people of the South.
That's true.
He's just swindling the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah,
That's it.
It's true.
Deshaun Watson has never built any volleyball, courts for his daughter and taken away from the people of Mississippi.
Yeah, he's not using taxpayer money.
That's
He's using
true.
the Browns' money.
No, Deshaun, he handed, did y'all see him on Thanksgiving? He was handing out a bunch of frozen turkeys
That's
to
right.
the community.
Oh,
There we go.
To the
okay.
underserved. So there you go, Brett. How about you stop taking from the community and you start giving to the community, like our guy, Deshaun Watson.
All right.
Our guy.
There are multiple left of the table. The producers want to do another one. Who wants to,
man.
They want us to do another one?
I thought this was going to be done for.
Gosh, okay.
Oh, no.
Again, guys, don't screenshot any of this, please.
Oh, okay. I've always said Antonio Brown
Oh,
is so good they'd make the playoffs. Oh, okay.
wait, let me see.
That one either. We're not going to do that one.
No.
either.
Give me that one. Don't even flip that one
That
around.
one is too-
Don't even flip that one around.
Okay. Why am I getting all
I
the
don't
bad
know.
ones? Antonio Brown is so good they make the playoffs. This doesn't really make sense. Hold on, I got this. I'm going to put this all together. Okay. Is Antonio Brown is enough of a man to admit that they appreciate that one Vikings male cheerleader?
That would be huge for him.
That would
be
actually
huge for
bend a
Indy.
lot of fences.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what Antonio Brown, that's what he needs to do.
Yeah.
He needs to show growth. He's been very anti-male cheerleaders.
I think he's shown growth in a swimming pool once.
He
true.
did one time there. He's he's used a lot of
What were you thinking
offensive
with this
language.
one? What were you thinking? This is a what if this one had been? Oh man.
Steven Cheah would have said that.
Okay, yeah. This is a dangerous game. It's thrilling. I'm actually like, I've woken up. You don't need coffee. You just need to play Nick's game.
Yeah, you could get fired.
Okay, go ahead,
Wait.
Eddie. You want to do one more?
Are we doing sport? You know how like the Saudis do sports washing to kind of cover up their blood crimes?
Yeah.
Are we doing that with Antonio Brown?
I don't know what we're doing
Giving him
right
credit,
now.
saying that he appreciates the male cheerleader?
Oh, yeah,
happened?
you're
'Cause
right.
it's not actually an ally. We're
What do
just
you want?
putting it out there for AB.
Okay.
Lane Kiffin should just come forward about the vaccine.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
like
he knows
that.
something. He knows something about that. You said it with your chest.
Yeah,
too.
you did.
I mean,
Just let us know, Lane.
that one flowed pretty easily.
We need to know.
Sick of it, Lane.
Oh, man, this game is...
I don't want to do
The
it.
public deserves the truth.
All right, Jordan Hudson needs to relax and learn from Barstool sports employees and their work ethic. Okay, yeah, I actually
Just
agree with
start
that.
doing nothing.
Start doing nothing.
Start doing nothing,
Learn
Jordan.
from Mincy.
That's good advice.
Learn from Mincy and figure it out.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. Boy.
No, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Jordan, sometimes less is more. Sometimes less is more. All right, guys, there it is. The debut, brand new segment. I've always said, coming up next, we still got to get into a little Bears-Packers. I don't think we've talked about it yesterday or today. We had all of our Bears fans here in studio. So keep it locked on FS1. And we got our Big Cat versus Cheah blind debate. Wake Up Barstool. What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool on FS1. It's time for Big Cat and Steven Cheah to once again enter the debate octagon. Okay, this is a blind debate. They have to choose opposite sides, and a winner will be crowned. Cheah won last week. Let's see
Whoa.
if Big Cat can get what?
Blind debate for me.
Blind debate for
Cheah
you.
knows everything. We're basically rigging
You're right.
it for Cheah.
I set this up wrong.
I'm trying to take that. It's man versus machine. I'm Big John Henry. Okay? He's a computer machine.
He's IBM Watson.
Yeah, and I'm trying. Yeah, Big Blue. What was that? What
Big
was it?
John.
Chess game?
Yeah, it's the old
chess,
chess.
yeah.
Yeah. Which,
Yeah.
but now, I mean, now your cell phone can beat Magnus Carlsen. So we have so firmly lost.
that
to the
true?
Yeah, we've lost to the machines, bro.
There's no way my cell phone could.
No, it could. It easily. You could download. You could download a chess bot that could beat Magnus, which is insane because I could play Magnus a million times and never beat him. All right, here we go. Best career moving forward: Shadur, JJ, Penix, or Cam Ward.
You go.
I'm going with Cam Ward. He's in probably the worst situation, but he's the number 1 overall pick this current year. Prior to the past 5 games, he had thrown an interception in 6 straight games. He threw one against Cleveland on Sunday, but before that, no interceptions in his last 4 games. He's showing upside. He can move. He can throw it on the run. He's got a bad situation, but I'm betting on Cam Ward long term.
Okay, so you're saying because he was the number 1 overall pick, that's supposed to mean something? Like we've never gotten number 1 overall picks wrong before? I also think that number 1 overall picks, I'm always nervous about number 1 overall picks when they were in college for a while and they got better because they started playing older guy, or the oldest guy started playing a bunch of 18-year-olds, similar to Michael Penix, who played a lot of college football. Shedeur, listen, I think Shedeur is very good, but the answer here is J.J. McCarthy. It's 9. It's 9. Listen.
You had me.
He's
so,
young. He's in the best system with Kevin O'Connell. Yeah. We don't know who the Titans coach is going to be. Sure. That's a dysfunctional franchise. People, buy stock in 9 right now. I'm telling you right now. 9. And J.J. McCarthy has Justin Jefferson for the next, I don't know, call it 5 years. It's J.J. McCarthy here. Cam Ward is on a bad team. Cam Ward hasn't proven that he's very good. Michael Penix is hurt a lot, and Shedeur is on the Browns. Give me J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, after the initial distaste when I thought about 9, your argument is pretty solid.
I mean, he has the best.
It's just all the Vikings' competence versus the other franchises.
If you were going to plug a quarterback into any of these franchises, the Browns, the Falcons, the Titans, or the Vikings, it's very clearly the Vikings.
Yeah.
And we know that quarterback situation is a lot about what's around you, the surrounding situation. There are a ton of guys. Look at Sam Darnold now. Look at Baker Mayfield. Your Baker Mayfield. They were on the Browns. They were on the Jets. If you're on a bad franchise, you are already going to have like the odds against you.
And it's hard to see the Titans turning it around even in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
They are down.
We might not. That's the thing. Like Cam Ward might be a fine quarterback. We might never know because you get put in bad spots.
I think a solid win for Big Cat there in round 1.
It at the 11th hour there.
Yeah. I was finding my way.
All right.
Because I don't actually believe that at all. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Gotcha, guys. It's going to be
Shedeur.
Shedeur.
Yeah, it's Shedeur for sure. He's awesome. Okay. Who has more left in the tank? Phillip Rivers or JPP?
Go ahead.
Me take it?
Well, he went first.
You want me to go first?
I think you should go first this time since he went first last time. Because to repost is easy.
I don't know what. It's JPP. He's got the most left in the tank. Listen, JPP, he's going to be on the field. All you need is a couple third downs a game. You're not asking him to snap the ball every single game like Phillip Rivers is going to have to do. Phillip Rivers takes one hit at 45 years old.
That's JPP or
That's JPP right there.
Okay.
That's JPP. Again, you're asking him to be impactful for 10 to 15 snaps a game at most. What you're asking Phillip Rivers to do is command an offense and avoid pass rush and guys that are 24 years younger than him coming and trying to take his head off. It's easily JPP. I actually think JPP is the signing that will take the Bucs over the top into the Super Bowl. Do you disagree, Steve?
I mean, that's a great take. It's hard for me to disagree with that. That being said, Phillip Rivers, his last full season as a starter, 4,100 yards, 68% completion percentage, 24 touchdowns, 7 picks. What percentage of Phillip Rivers' game is based on mobility? I would say under 1.
Yeah.
So
those stats, by the way, those are that's like I didn't watch Phillip Rivers play football at the end stats.
He made the playoffs.
Mobility is very important.
He made the playoff game.
Mobility for Phillip Rivers' game, he's going to move in the pocket, but he's not running.
There's a difference between, would you say that Aaron Rodgers, like he wasn't the most, he wasn't a Lamar Jackson, but you can notice when a guy gets old, he can't move his feet the same way.
Phillip Rivers has never been able to move his feet
But he can't move his feet the same way. There's no way.
Phillip Rivers, his last full season in the NFL showed us he could still do it at least a little bit. As far as
5 years ago.
As far as the other options, we're talking about Riley Leonard's hurt out for the year. we don't know they're going to. Anthony Richardson hit his eye with he has an eye injury. He's not going to be playing. So they don't have anyone. Anyone off the street is not as good as an option as Phillip Rivers, who when he last played showed us he could do it at an NFL starter level.
It's about JPP, not Anthony Richardson.
God,
I'm going to concede this. JPP.
yes!
It's so obviously
Yes!
JPP. It's so obviously JPP.
Yeah, I mean, Phillip
JPP's
Rivers,
the
if you
best.
look at his stats from his last season, yes, the stats were good. But you watched it.
They were hollow stats.
It's hard to move around when you're over 40 years old.
I mean,
But he's
the
had
Colts-
5 years to fill up this tank.
Yeah, and the
It's
Colts.
true.
You could have made that point. And look, the Colts still. That's a quarterback friendly offense. He doesn't have to be the star of the show.
But it's also predicated on the quarterback having mobility. Like Daniel Jones, when he's been mobile, has unlocked that offense, and Jonathan Taylor and everything has worked. Now, it was built for initially Anthony Richardson. Now you have Phillip Rivers there. If he's going to play, I think that's a huge.
Do we still trust Shane Steichen though?
Yeah, but I'm saying that
No, I
he
get
wants to
your
run an
point.
offense where the quarterback can run a little bit. Phillip Rivers.
No, for sure. But I think that Steichen's brain and Rivers' brain combined, they can.
No, the
get
Colts
a
are
little
done.
frisky.
The Colts were cooked before Daniel Jones hurt his Achilles.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, next one. Who is more washed, Travis Kelce or LeBron?
You won. You can go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I mean, Travis Kelce is beyond washed. He doesn't even want to be out there anymore. And I say that with all due respect because he's a Hall of Famer and he's one of the best tight ends of all time. 3 Super Bowls. If you saw that play on Sunday Night Football where he gets hit, and it's like you kind of know when it's over when a guy stays down for a little extra and they're contemplating like, hey, I've made millions. I've won 3 Super Bowls. I had a great life. I have a fiance. I have my whole life ahead of me. What am I doing getting blasted in the ribs by the Houston Texans for a 6-7 Kansas City Chiefs team that's not going to make the playoffs? Travis Kelce's time to hang it up.
Travis Kelce is actually on pace for a better year this year than last season.
But last season he was bad.
Did
But
he just walk into a trap? You had that ready.
Yeah, I mean, this is the part of going against the computer.
He's on the come up. LeBron James just scored 8 points in a game in a regular season game for the first time in like 20 years. LeBron James is the clear answer. He's averaging 16 points a game, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. He's shooting 46%. This will be his lowest field goal percentage since his rookie year.
I have a question.
16, 5, and 8 is insane. Like 44.
Wasn't Travis Kelce's season last year like his worst season? Wasn't everyone saying he's washed?
Last season, but he's better than that.
But how much better?
A good deal better.
Let's see. Let's show me.
10%.
How much?
10%.
10%? That's not a
better than
good
last
deal.
year. If you're
So
improving
would this
10%
be
year over
his
year, you
second worst season ever?
How many yards did he have last year, and how many yards is he on track for this year?
last year, Travis Kelce had 823 yards. He's already at 727 this year.
No.
So he's on pace for about
good year.
940-ish.
It's not a good year.
How many touchdowns?
Yeah, he already has more touchdowns. He had 3 touchdowns last year.
Yeah,
5
see, he had a
already.
terrible year last year.
He's certainly on the downswing, but I wouldn't say he's more washed than LeBron, who just scored 8 points in a game for the first time in over 20 years.
That's not true.
Regular
That's also
season
not
game.
true.
Regular
That's also
season
not
game.
true. I'm sick of being brainwashed. LeBron James
Regular
scored
season game.
under 10 games, I think twice in the playoffs.
In playoffs.
Yeah, and we just pretend that doesn't happen.
I hate that.
It's insane. The playoffs are the most
same
important
game.
thing. It's,
Yeah.
Is this it should be more.
I keep wanting to find myself siding with Cheah.
He might have won that one, though.
I don't know.
The fact that Travis Kelce's better this year.
LeBron's
than last
averaging
year.
But LeBron is going for 16, 5, and 8. Like, that's still
For
pretty
his
damn
standards,
good.
those are terrible. For his
Yeah, but then he's so old. Do you think Travis Kelce gets scared that if he's not playing that Taylor won't be as interested in him?
No, I think it's the opposite. I think he's like, why did I come back another year?
I think he's seen his brother have all this fun.
Yeah.
That's
He's in
fair.
a tough spot, though.
But like, you don't think that Taylor likes watching him? Like, as she's talked about, like him being like a gladiator out there on Sundays. I don't know. Retiring from
like, would you retire for him?
Yes.
But you think he wants to go out like this?
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to play. I mean, he probably does love football to the point where he'd love to play more. But like, what's the point if the Chiefs are in a weird spot? They kind of need to fix a lot of things.
They're at the you know, the Patriots kind of retooled in the middle of their run. Like the Chiefs are at that. Like it's time for Dynasty Part 2.
Yeah, the difference is though
it.
that the Patriots, when they retooled, were still going to the Super Bowl. The Chiefs are not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I don't know what, I would walk away.
Yeah.
All right. Got a lot of things ahead of you.
I know, but that's hard. That's a hard way to finish.
Big Cat wins, ties it up now 1-1 on the Cheah versus debate, the Cheah versus Big Cat debates. All right, coming up next, guys. You into zombies? Well, guess what? We've got Big Cat's Dead But Alive rankings on FS1. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. So, this comes from Albert Breer. The Colts worked Phillip Rivers out last night. Rivers showed he can clearly still throw the ball, which you'd expect. Rivers has stayed in fighting shape the last few years, coaching high school and working with NFL and college quarterbacks. Indy is mulling things over. There you go. All right, it is time for Big Cat's Dead But Alive rankings.
Yeah, it's not rankings. I'm going to give you two teams, and you guys are going to decide which one you're going to want to take a bet on. So I'm going to find, real quick, I got to find the odds. About maybe they can find them for me. The Cincinnati Bengals are the first one. So the Cincinnati Bengals are dead, right?
Yeah.
Actually, they're still alive. A little bit, a little tiny bit. And I like to look at these situations because if you look at the entire NFL right now, we're pretty much set in both conferences for like 3 out of 4 of the divisions, or at least half of the divisions, or at least half of the playoff teams. In the AFC, the Bengals are still very much alive. Not very much, but they're alive, and here's how they can do it. So, this weekend, the Bengals play the Ravens. Oh, we lost the schedules. The Bengals play the Ravens. If they beat the Ravens, they will now have the head-to-head over the Ravens because they were 2-0 against the Ravens, right? The Steelers, so the Ravens, all that has to happen is the Bengals have to win out. They get to 8 wins. The Ravens lose they lose 2 of these games against the Bengals, Patriots, Packers, Steelers.
Yeah,
that's not that crazy.
They have to get to 9 losses.
That's not that crazy. The crazy part here, the Steelers have to lose 3 out of the last 4. I see them losing to the Lions.
I could
see them losing to the Ravens. Can they lose to the Dolphins this Sunday, or I think they play Monday night?
My voice is gone.
Yeah, but this is it right here. If the Bengals win on Sunday and the Dolphins beat the Steelers on Monday Night Football, the Bengals are still somehow alive.
How many games have the Dolphins won in a row now? 4 in a row.
4 in a row.
6 and 7.
Are you guys buying it at all?
The Joe Burrow factor makes me kind of buy it. Like, it does feel like the Bengals will push the issue.
I can't do it.
You can't do it?
Well, okay, here's the problem is...
We've been waiting, dude. It's legitimately been the Lion King meme. Wake up. Simba was trying to wake him up, and the Bengals just won't wake up.
Also, though, you need...
Right?
It's
won't do it. They've had opportunities. Since Joe Burrow came back, they lost to speak. They won't do it.
Well, and we're ignoring
they are
football.
competitive, so they could have won those games.
Yeah.
This would
They could
require
win
Mike
these.
Tomlin going under 500, right?
I'll buy.
It would. Mike Tomlin would have to go under 500. That's the hard part.
I can't buy it. I can't buy it for that reason.
The Steelers, everyone's got to get to 8 wins, and then the Bengals would get in.
Tomlin is 9-8 guaranteed. All right, what's next?
The Cowboys are the other one. So last night was huge for the Cowboys because it keeps them alive a little bit. Now, the Cowboys would have to win out. The Cowboys obviously would have to get to 10 wins here, 10-6-1. And the Eagles would have to lose to the Bills and lose one of the other 2 games. So they would have to go 2-2 down the stretch. They would finish 10-7. The Cowboys could win the NFC East. Now, I see your face, Cheah. I agree with you in part. The Eagles, they're not going to lose to the Raiders, right?
No.
And they're not going to lose one of these games to the Commanders, right?
I don't think so.
2 years ago, when the Eagles had a very similar collapse after playing in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, they lost to the 4-12 Arizona Cardinals in Week 16. Do you remember that game? That was a similar situation. Like, there's no way they're going to lose this game. They then lost in Week 17 to the, I believe, 6-10 New York Giants. All I'm saying is, No one thought that the Eagles would lose to the 4-12 Cardinals 2 years ago. No one thinks they could lose to the Raiders or Commanders. Why can't the Eagles beat, like, they're playing that type of football right now?
Cowboys still alive?
It's
Looks
obviously,
like it, dude.
I have this assuming they'll lose to the Bills, but why?
Yeah, but the Bills aren't world beaters right
No,
now.
I know, but I'll take Buffalo at home against the Eagles.
Sure.
I'm just saying the Eagles are not
No, you're right, because I think the Cowboys could rattle it all off.
right, and the Eagles are in that zone where like we say, oh well, they're going to be fine because they'll win the last 3 games. That's exactly what happened 2 years ago. We're like, oh, they'll be fine. They'll win these games.
It would get interesting if they lose to the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, if they lose to the Raiders, they're actually kind of cooked.
How
They're not going to
will
lose to the Raiders.
the Eagles respond?
So are you taking Cowboys or Bengals?
Bengals.
If you had to make a pick,
Cowboys.
I think
I'm
so,
going Cowboys.
too.
I'm
I
going
think I would
Cowboys.
go
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Bengals, Jay?
Bengals 14-1, Cowboys
I
plus
think the
750
Bengals
to win
are
the division.
We got to go. I think Cowboys because Mike Tomlin can't escape. All right, hour 2 coming up next. We still got Supreme Debate. We got Mailbag coming up, so don't go anywhere, guys. It's going to be a very fun hour here on FS1. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool, hour number 2 here on FS1. And a couple things to get to here. We're going to do Supreme Debate in a bit. We got our Mailbag segment coming up next. So if you want to have your name read on air, we just tweet out just hashtag AskWub, and we'll get to it, man. And it's going to be a lot of fun. But first, it's time to talk Bears-Packers. It was a massive game on Sunday. And one where I think we touched on this maybe off air at the end of last week, like the swing from a standings point is insane in the NFC. I mean, here the Bears enter the game as a 1 seed. They exit as what, 7?
Yep.
I believe it is.
Yep.
But it's an odd game, and I wonder if you all agree where I kind of thought Chicago acquitted themselves pretty well.
Yeah.
On the road in Lambeau, showing fight, coming back, making it a game. The mistake at the end, but like they were there.
Yeah, we don't do moral victories, but we did stay in that game where I think Eddie and I both agreed, and we said it at halftime, that that's a game that the Bears usually just like fall down and get absolutely mopped up by the Packers, especially the Packers. So not a moral victory, but yeah, my belief in this Bears team, which is simply, I think they can compete with anyone in the NFC. I think they can beat anyone in the NFC. I'm not saying they're a Super Bowl team because I think what we saw, the biggest weakness that keeps coming up against these better teams when you step up in class is that we cannot get a consistent pass rush with 4. But my belief that they can compete with anyone is completely undeterred.
Ooh, that was pretty.
And I would say the best way to describe it is that game hurt. Where Eddie and I were sitting next to each other, that game hurt. That last throw hurt really bad. But it was nice to have a loss where the sky wasn't falling. I don't feel like the sky is falling.
Is your confidence shaken at all?
No.
No. Like, I loathe that franchise. Obviously, we always want to win, but let's call it what it is. The other 2 games stunk. So it was kind of a standalone game. Everyone was watching that game.
Yeah.
And back-to-back weeks, I think the national audience, like you just said, realized that the Bears belong.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there was, again, like, they ran significantly more plays than did the Packers. They held onto the ball longer. Like, they actually did a really good job of kind of controlling the flow of the game. The difference was just the explosivity of the Packers. They just had bigger plays. And look, and you continue to see growth from Caleb Williams. It's still inconsistent, but like the throw to Olamide was unbelievable.
Yeah, the Bears offense has to start faster and give themselves, because we know the defense is not great. And they have to start faster, not put themselves in a hole. But the confidence question that you had, Nick, the reason why the confidence has stayed the same is I have never, and I think most Bears fans would agree, like we even though there was a week where we were sitting at the 1 seed, we have never thought that they were a Super Bowl caliber team. What Ed might have. So
Off air.
But what this season has been is, like, expectations change. We went into this season, I did not expect to go to the playoffs. I thought a 7, 8, 9 win campaign would have been great. for Ben Johnson's first year, for Caleb Williams' second year. Expectations change. The expectations have been raised. Now I expect them to go to the playoffs because of the position they put them in. But I have not gone farther than that.
No,
Playoffs have kind of been the gravy. Like, you got to get there now.
Can we bring up the NFC in the hunt graphic real quick just to get a refresher on where things stand now? So what's the big threat here? Like, what's your big concern? Is it the Lions?
The big concern is
Gotta
the
be.
Lions.
Yes.
So how the Bears' schedule works out is, I mean, you have to win against the Browns. If you lose against the Browns, now we're in deep waters and an actual threat of missing the playoffs. That's how good the NFC is. So if you beat the Browns, you play again against the Packers with pretty much the same stakes in 2 weeks' time. So that's also part of it, is that you can basically replicate this game. And then the last 2 games are going to be very difficult, and there's a very high chance that the Lions game in Week 18 is a win and get in kind of situation.
Eddie, this has got to, this has got to make you a bit fired up here. Like, I know this is kind of a nervy finish to the season, but are you kidding me? Everything on the line against the Packers in Soldier Field in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, for
in
sure.
the snow?
Yeah, like
Bear
I said,
weather?
Yeah, going into this week, it would have been a colossal collapse if we don't make the playoffs. I still think that.
But Packers, Niners,
I don't know.
Lions.
I actually disagree with
Packers, Niners, Lions is an insane finish to the season.
I disagree with that statement. If the Bears go 11-6 and miss the playoffs, that's just going to be really bad luck.
Yeah.
I truly believe that. And I know that will be like,
But if they only win the Browns game and they lose the last 3.
well, no, 11-6 would mean they have to win 2 more games.
Yeah.
But
But that's what I'm saying. If they go 10-7.
Oh, yeah, 10-7, yes. But
That's
if they go 11-6, and again, people will say this is cope, but that will be incredibly bad luck to miss the playoffs at 11.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
9 times out
Right.
of 10, you're going to make it.
Right.
At 11-6.
Right.
Can I ask, what is going on with DJ Moore? He has vanished completely. In his last 5 games, he's had 95 total yards receiving. He's had 5 games of 25 yards receiving or less. We saw Roma Dunze out this week, who was scratched on, I believe, Friday. Where is this guy, DJ Moore, that you guys paid fairly recently?
I
Yeah, it's a good
refuse,
question.
don't answer that question. I refuse to answer any questions that Steven Cheah asks about the Bears because he's a known hater of Caleb Williams. Eddie, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Where's DJ Moore?
I honestly don't know. I don't know. He has not been involved, and it's shocking. Even more stunning this past Sunday. I thought it was going to be a big DJ Moore
I did
game.
too.
He had, one catch for like -4 yards.
Negative 4.
Yeah.
I don't know
Great.
who's talking in the corner. Luther Burden has been ascendant. Colson Loveland has
Yeah.
been awesome.
He's loving the tight ends.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what's
The
up
Ben
with
Johnson thing.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with DJ Moore. I mean, he does. I'll say this: DJ Moore, and if you watch the tape, Ben Johnson said this in the summer, and I think this is part of the culture. You know, he said, "No block, no rock." Wide receivers and tight ends are expected to block in the running game for the Bears, and you can see that. Like, DJ Moore is out there; he is blocking. He's getting into it. He's putting his face into a linebacker's chest. Like, he's doing the right things. It's just the offense doesn't feel like.
It's starting to become borderline negligent not getting him involved, though.
I know.
It really is.
I know.
I hate to say it, but it really is.
So we've talked about it from the Bears' perspective. On the flip side, the Packers. Packers look like they're rounding into form. They had a little bit of that skid midseason. I think they're 4-0 against the NFC North after going 1-5 last season. How about this, Matt LaFleur? Che, does Matt LaFleur get enough respect? If you look at so the win on Sunday gave him the second most wins in NFL history for the first 7 years of being a head coach.
I feel like he gets exactly enough respect because he is a good coach. I think we've seen that. I think his record proves that. But he hasn't really shown up in big moments. He's almost like, I don't want to call him Kirk Cousins because I think he's better than that, but he's like a Kirk Cousins type head coach where he puts up good stats, but when it really matters, he's not the guy. Is that fair?
Yeah.
I've never heard of a coach being compared to a quarterback. Matt LaFleur's a very good coach. I disagree with what Chase said. Matt LaFleur's a very good coach. I think he doesn't get enough credit because I think the Packers' standard stays the same. This is why I hate this franchise and it bothers us so much. Is their standard just never misses a beat.
Yeah.
They go from Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy to Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur. It's crazy. They're consistently like in the tournament, having a shot at it. He gets better. Matt LaFleur gets better as the season goes on every single year. His December record is insane. And the Toyotathon thing is real. I'll admit it. I hate saying this. The Toyotathon thing is real. It scares the hell out of me, and I really don't know what to do about it.
What is the Toyotathon?
When Toyotathon starts their deals, Jordan Love starts playing
He
really
just
good
plays
football.
incredible.
His numbers are insane. I'll pull it up. I have it. It's terrible.
I'm the proud owner of not one but two murdered out minivans, Toyota Siennas, and they're fantastic vehicles. You got to see it. I mean,
Sienna gang.
You know, no free ads. But
It's a
they're
real
super
thing.
reliable,
You got a
dude.
pair of vans?
I got two minis, and they're great. I've got like 130,000 miles on one. She runs like a beaut.
Jordan Love during Toyotathon, this was before last week, so he had a pretty good game because he went 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Jordan Love during Toyotathon, 4,005 yards, 33 touchdowns, 1 interception. Anytime Toyotathon happens.
The Packers need to pay Toyota to extend the thon.
Yes. But the thing is real. I don't know what to say. It's driving me nuts because I've ignored it for a very long time and been like, no way is this actually real. It's the truth.
5 touchdowns over 20 yards before Toyotathon. He had none.
Yeah.
And that's how they won the game on Sunday. They also had that incredible Josh Jacobs play. If we want to go ahead and
Wow, that was more of a really bad play by the Bears defense. And that Josh Jacobs was dead to rights.
Oh, this is hurtful.
You have a party in the backfield, and no one makes a tackle. This is where I'm most worried about the Bears in their pursuit to go to the playoffs, and then when they get in the playoffs, they just don't have difference makers up front, and it shows.
they got to play. Yeah, sorry.
Jordan Love, I think he got sacked one time on Sunday. It was Montez Sweat. It was like a 6-second sack where it's like the offensive line did more than enough. It's just we don't have the pass rushers to impact a game in a meaningful way in those high leverage situations where on the other side you saw Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons didn't have, I don't think he had a sack, but he was chasing Caleb Williams and disrupting plays constantly. And you just need that for a serious, if you want to be a serious contender for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Bears are, and the Bears defense is turnover dependent, right? And so they're going to go 2-2. Byard, the crew, they're going to have to just have a couple of games where they do what they've done for the majority of the season. It's going to be an exciting finish in the NFC, nonetheless. Coming up next here on Wake Up Barstool, let's do Supreme Debate. We still have our mailbag coming up as well, and Rico Bosco talking some college hoops. Look at the beautiful set. Shout out Live Event Lisa. Absolutely killed the decorations. More Wake Up Barstool on FS1. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. It's time for Supreme Debate. And remember, guys, we want you to screenshot it and share it, as we have the conversations that other morning shows are unwilling to. Let's start with Nikki. Nikki, what you got today?
Mine has nothing to do with sports, really.
Yes,
It's been
perfect.
something that's been bothering me for a while. Every controversy we have in the world, we add gate to the end of it. Because of Watergate.
Yeah.
Well, there's been so many bigger and worse controversies since then, but we're still adding gate to the end.
I love it. I'm addicted to gate.
Why are you addicted to gate?
It's just everything's better with a gate.
The bar's
gate
too
guy.
low, though, now.
They're gating everything.
Yeah, and you know Watergate is just because that was the name of the hotel.
What if it was in
where?
a different hotel?
Right.
What if it was in a Sheraton?
What if it was La Quinta?
What if, yeah.
What
Then
if
you
it
had
was
La
La
at the
Quinta?
beginning.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Deflate
La
La
Quinta?
Deflate.
Quinta. Yeah.
La Quinta.
I think we need to pick out a new one because I bet you if we ask some of the younger people or the dumber people in the office, so everybody,
Yeah.
they won't know why we add gate to
Just
it.
gate.
No, they'll have no idea.
It does kind of. Okay, what's another controversy that we could use, like Watergate, to maybe post?
Penn
this up?
State, let's just add state to the end.
Okay.
Deflate
okay.
state.
Yeah, that makes sense. It works. Also, yeah, gate works phonetically. It's like you're kind of opening the door.
Does
to
it work
something.
phonetically or has it been beaten into our brain?
I guess the monosyllabic nature of it makes it feel like you can attach to almost anything.
Astros gate?
I'm okay with it as long as it's used only for the biggest things. It's when it's used for the smallest things that bothers me.
But it being called Deflategate is funny.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
that is funny.
Yeah, it's
that one was worthy of it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of examples of when it gets thrown around for
You want Deflate Roof in?
Spygate? Nipplegate, was that the Janet Jackson? They've been gating things forever.
I don't know if every time you say it though, I love all of these. I don't know if there's a gate that I don't like the name
I just
of.
think
I'm with Eddie. I'm a BTG. I'm a big gate guy.
It happened 53 years ago.
Yeah.
I know. I'm so in on gate.
What were they calling things before that?
Also, it's kind of absurd to think about what those guys actually got in trouble for versus what goes on nowadays.
Right.
Like we've really,
phone tapping?
yeah, we've really lost our.
I think there's I saw one tweet about it, so I don't know if it's actually true. I'm just gonna spread misinformation on television.
Sure.
I think Nixon might have been set up.
No kidding.
Yeah. I just saw one tweet about it.
Free my guy.
He won like 49 out of 50 states in the election. Like, it was just an absolute landslide. And I think, yeah, again, this is misinformation. It is one singular tweet, but I'm happy to spread
Are you
it.
saying the deep state went after Dick?
Yeah.
What if Antonio Gates gets into controversy?
Oh no.
Do we double it, or do
That'd
we
be
take
a
off the
problem.
S?
That would be a problem.
Yeah, Bounty Gate. It's all. Come on.
Bounty Gate was good.
The Overgate.
No,
You got to find us some that.
I'm trying
now
to-
going back onto Eddie and T-Bob's
Yes.
side, where you got to find us some that stink. Because Bounty Gate was awesome. That's a great saying.
Email Gate.
What's that?
Hillary.
What was it called? That?
Oh,
That-
man.
That was just to lock her up.
Go to the Wikipedia of all the gates and scroll forever.
Wait, Eddie, did you know about Poopgate?
Yes.
Dave Matthews Band?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
bus
yeah, of course,
dumping
yeah.
excrement in the Chicago River. Yeah, I'm with Eddie. I like it. I'm not getting off it.
Celebgate with all the leaks.
I thought that was called the fappening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Celebgate. Go to the gate Wikipedia, man.
Okay.
Okay.
Now that's just they're borrowing gates because you're right. You're correct.
Yeah, that had a different name to it.
All right, I'll go next. Did Patriot Dave sell his soul to the devil? And it's not just like we mentioned the Packers earlier, how they live this charmed existence, they transition from, but it almost comes to the level of competence where it feels like their plans are just so solid, they draft well, they build well, like it consistently works. I can't help but feel the Patriots kind of backed into this a little bit. They had the awful season, like Max Jones was kind of good, and then he wasn't. Bill Belichick suddenly falls off a cliff. They stumble into Drake May. The Titans fire Mike Vrabel, despite the fact that he's been a very good coach. Now he's fantastic. But really, I think what pushed this over the edge for me is that Drake May and Vrabel come online the same year that the Chiefs dynasty dies. Lamar Jackson's not going to make the playoffs. Joe Burrow's not going to make the playoffs. Hell, the Eagles might not make the playoffs. Like, it's kind of insane that everybody's getting out of the way as the Patriots are being good again.
Well, getting out of the way, I mean, there's other playoff teams. There's other good teams.
Yeah.
I actually,
But to not have to go through Mahomes?
the Chiefs stink.
I know, but have they stunk? For the whole past 5 years, they're making the Super Bowl every single year. And now the second when the Patriots have a chance again, the big bad guy isn't even going to be in the dance.
Do you think the competition is worse this year than it has been when the Patriots weren't competitive?
I think that so much of quarterback play, playoff time, we reduce down to the quarterback. There's not a more terrifying quarterback to play in those settings than Patrick Mahomes. And the fact that he's not going to be there now with Drake May and the Patriots, everything's just coming up Patriot Day.
I think Drake May has looked awesome, and he is definitely worthy of being in the conversation of the MVP. Can we just wait and see when the Patriots get to the playoffs and have to play playoff teams?
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point,
They
Big
haven't
Cat.
played anyone.
But I hate to bring this up, but T-Bob, this is like a 15-year debate. It's true, yes.
So he did sell
Yeah. I'm more.
So this is even a
more the
debate.
past.
Okay, this
I mean,
is even a
the
debate.
Michigan football was good for the only 5 years that the Patriots were
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
So he always has a football team. But I just want to see, like, this weekend against the Bills is going to be interesting because right now there's a chance they've only played one playoff team. Is that right? Like, they've only beaten one
Yeah,
playoff
we
team?
did an NFL playoff committee
they beat
where
the
we
Bucs.
applied this.
I said one playoff team.
Yeah.
We're in the playoffs right now.
I think the Panthers are going to win the NFC
Beat the
South.
Bills.
So I have the Bills their only playoff.
Oh,
team.
wow.
No, so we
Wow.
did the NFL playoff committee where we took college logic and applied it to the NFL, and yeah, the Patriots were in the first four out because of this. They didn't
And
play.
you
real schedule.
play what you play, so it's not like a knock on them. You got to beat the guys in front of you. I just don't. I feel like we've gotten to a point where it's like, oh, they're just going to roll to the Super Bowl, and I don't know. They gotta play playoff teams when you get in the playoffs.
Matt tried to hop in my ear and say win at the Bucks. Actually, also impressive.
No, I don't count that as a playoff.
Not. We just
The Bucks
discussed
have
that.
been a not playoff team.
The
for the last
Panthers
month.
are the NFC South champions.
Month and a half.
They are not.
Yeah, his soul has long been sold.
I'm glad you said Patriot Dave so we don't confuse him with White Sox Dave.
Jay, what do you? I mean,
And I actually do think the Patriots could win the AFC. This weekend's gonna be a big one.
Yeah.
Because they get a lot of credit for what they did in Buffalo in the beginning of the season, but they now the Bills are knowing that the Patriots are for real. I want to see how the Patriots respond to that.
Jay, you got a spring bait?
Yes. The NFL wants to improve player safety. There's obviously been a big emphasis on it. Why don't we take a little bit from the CFL and award 1 point for perfect form tackles? We saw the tackle from Jay. Well, no,
what?
they reward 1 point for a rouge, a kick into the end zone that can't be returned. They have somewhat alternate scoring systems. I'm saying, why don't we improve player safety? The tackle from Jalen Watson had Chris Collinsworth and the internet.
Bro, that was the greatest. Yeah, that was the greatest form tackle I've ever seen in my life.
Texans Sunday Night
Jalen
Football?
Watson, watch.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it was just so sick.
Dude, he drives him back 5 yards.
If you can have a perfect form tackle, wrap up, pick a guy up, and drive him back, I think that should be worth 1 point.
A little defensive scoring.
Yes.
This was electric in real time.
It feels affecting the scoreboard feels extreme, but I wouldn't mind an extra 5-yard loss for a perfect tackle. Just kind of give it a bit more juice.
How much more fun would it be if the winning team is up by 1 and trying to run the clock out? You can't run outside then, right?
Well, but then you're just gonna slide, right? I mean, if you to avoid, they're avoiding the perfect tackle so they don't lose the.
What are your
lead.
thoughts on sports that have scores based off judging? Because you'd have to judge.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
I mean, I'm not a big figure skating guy, but I think that wouldn't it be fun if instead of going to Mike Pereira every time to think if the other guy has got his second foot down or if the ball crossed the line, if it was a committee of Urlacher
Luke
and
Kuechly.
yes, being is this a perfect tackle? That would be awesome.
Are you worried it will screw up scoring a little bit though to just be able to add 1 point like they do in the CFL? That would never work in the NFL.
It would make betting spreads very tricky.
I can't.
I think it'd be fun.
I like the idea of rewarding the perfect tackle. I can't get on board with the scoreboard
factor.
Yeah, with the scoreboard.
I've been too much of a Cheah hater, so I'm kind of sitting this one out. This is the dumbest thing. Would ruin everything.
I'm trying to balance it. What if a perfect form tackle was 2 downs?
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
We struggle with the rules we've got. We can't be adding rules.
We're already at 8 minutes of playtime in an NFL
we
game.
can't be doing this.
Well, football's the most unintuitive game that's.
Yeah.
Eddie, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, based off yesterday's news, I think every NFL team deserves one NFL legend to be used as an emergency backup.
Oh,
Wow.
hell yes,
Okay.
dude. Hell
This
yes.
is yeah.
We had an unbelievable Monday. JPP followed by Phillip Rivers. Imagine if the Bengals just had Carson Palmer on ice for this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, this goes to, I think there's maybe 3 ideas that I've ever had that I would be hey, I'm really proud of that. Pardon my take is one of them. And then the other one is, I think college sports should have a 1 legend rule. I've said this 10 years ago, but 1 legend rule for all of college sports where if a guy graduates, he can come back and finish his career. He can play at any time. So Tim Tebow, when he just didn't work out in the NFL,
Yeah.
he had unlimited eligibility at Florida.
Yeah, just finishes.
Ticket sales, alumni, all these things would just be going crazy. Tom Brady could finish his career at Michigan. You can go, just one guy though, 1 roster spot, basketball and football.
Yeah.
You have to have gone to that college.
Get tired, Matt.
And every
And you
team
have to
gets.
be deemed a legend.
You don't
Iron
have
Back,
to be
maybe.
deemed a legend, I don't think.
Okay.
I think because there are
It's just a
certain guys.
title, yeah.
Diego Pavia is a perfect example of a guy who could play college football for the next 10 years at Vanderbilt. How awesome would that be?
I'm gonna be really sad to not see
right?
Diego in college football.
There are certain guys that are really good at college football and not pros.
Yeah.
Similar to basketball, and they don't work out as pros, but they would be great to keep watching play for their team.
I mean, college-wise, it makes more sense offense than ever because we're missing the Aaron Crafts nowadays.
Right.
Who would the Bears legend be?
I mean, if Urlacher let us out of that tunnel on Sunday, dude.
Drew Brees. Oh my God.
Football's kind of tough to do just because obviously you get old and it's can't keep up. But the reason why it works for college is because you're not talking about guys who are 40, you're talking about guys who are 24 who can't make it in the NFL, can't make it in the NBA.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, we're gonna use them? Great.
Yeah, but like even if these guys are just in pads only, like you can't tell me that Luke Kuechly wouldn't bring some juice to this Panthers team trying to make a playoff spot.
He'd probably still be good.
He still looks great.
Yes.
Dude, Dan, this is not a Supreme debate, but like, are you on the Tyler Shuck bandwagon?
A little bit. I'm working through it.
Did you see that? You saw the Shuck propaganda
something he
video
has to come to
with
terms
the
with.
NFL film
I might be a Shuck
music?
head. I might be.
And then he's
been talking about going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Oof.
Yeah.
Che, are you nervous? New kid on the block here. NFC South about to get mixed up, about to get shucked up even.
No, I'm not nervous about Tyler Shuck at all. In the
That's a horrible thing to start.
Yeah.
I'm not
I need that clip. Can I just say something real quick?
Yes.
As someone who's rooting for a team that is scratching and clawing to get in the playoffs, and we talked about the actual, like, realistic possibility that an 11-6 team can be out of the playoffs in the NFC, I absolutely hate your guts, Steven Cheah. You play in the dumbest division with teams that can't get out of their own way, and you walk around with this bravado and your chest puffed out like you're some hot shot guy on the street. You're not. If you played in the NFC North, you would be
We used to play
I know,
in the Central.
When it was Central, but you would be in 4th place right now.
What's the record?
Don't do this during Creamsicle Week, okay? It's a short week. It's Creamsicle
I don't
Week.
give-
We're going to
I don't
celebrate
give-
the 50th anniversary.
Not during
of the Bucs.
Creamsicle.
I don't give a damn about Creamsicle Week.
Apologize for a crappy division.
Apologize.
We used to be in that division. I wanted to be in
We're
that
not
division.
talking about the Central. I'm saying right now.
Apologize for it.
Don't
Apologize for it.
Che. Stay strong.
Apologize.
I'm
for
sorry the Saints are usually terrible except for Sunday. I'm sorry the Falcons just can't get out of their lane, stink. I'm sorry the Panthers always stink. We're just a good team.
it. No, you're not.
But you're actually-
No, you're not. That's the point.
Compared
you're
to-
not a good team.
Compared to the rest of the field, we are Hercules.
Also, are y'all still really injured? Like, when are you not going to be really injured?
Yeah, you
I
guys
thought
get the
were
injury.
getting
You
healthy.
get the injury thing way too much.
Tristan
Where you're
Wirfs
like,
just
oh,
missed
we're
his last
injured.
game. Wirfs is back. Mike Evans might be back for Thursday. Jalen McMillan might be back for Thursday.
Stop doing that
Getting
voice. I
healthy.
want to punch
We're
you.
getting healthy at just the right time.
Je pipi.
It's just.
Yeah, there it is.
I normally don't care about, like, you know, every couple of years there'll be a team that gets left out of the playoffs, or you know, even last year when the Lions and Vikings played in Week 18 and it was for the 1 seed, right? And the other team had to drop all the way down and play on the road, and everyone said this is stupid because the division shouldn't matter this much. I actually disagree. I think the division should matter. I think it's fun. I think it's great. Win your division. That gets you a home playoff game, all that stuff. It's the fact that Steven Cheah is so cocky about it. That's the part that drives me nuts. If he just walked around and had a little bit of humility saying, yeah, hey, guess what? We're not very good, but the rest of our division is also not very good, so we're probably going to win it. I'd be fine with it. But he walks around being like, well, we won the division again. Look at us.
I just want an ounce of sweat on that forehead.
There's
That's
no.
all I want.
If we lose Thursday, there will be sweat.
Okay.
Are you where are your nerves at out of 10?
Well, this season's just down to the Panthers games. That's it. Nothing else is relevant.
So if we lose to Atlanta and Carolina wins this week, and we lose next week to the Panthers, we're done. It's over. So yeah, it's not good.
But it's also just like the Panthers could lose their other 2 games and beat the Bucs twice, and they would be in.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really the game. The head-to-head is the game.
Yes. They play twice the final 3 weeks. So those are huge.
Watch out for Bryce Young, dude. Watch out. Do you have imposter
See the
syndrome? ever?
cockiness? He's got cockiness. No, he doesn't have imposter.
That's what I'm saying. He's so like, look at him. He just walks around.
You just asked the guy who's like smugly smiling into the camera, who has no business being on national television if he has imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
He thinks that this is his.
Well, I
this
guess-
should be his show.
Guys, it's Creamsicle Week. Okay.
It's it. This is.
Boys,
You can't
let him
have
I'm gonna
have
start
this.
smashing things.
Let him have Creamsicle Week.
I guess you have to have an internal monologue to have.
He doesn't
imposter
have any of
syndrome,
that.
right? Yeah.
There's none of that.
All right, coming up next, guys, we still have our mailbag segment, and there he is.
Hell yeah.
Rico
Whoa,
Bosco
whoa, Rico.
talking college hoops.
What was that hand signal?
Yeah, that wasn't
Team
a
up.
good look.
Travel.
No,
Team
the
up.
first one.
Wasn't a good starting look.
Whoa,
Hit it, Rico.
He's pumped up for Austria-Argentina.
Stop it now, Rico.
What's happening? Welcome back. Wake Up Barstool. Every single Tuesday we do it. It is time for our college hoops expert, Rico Bosco, to tell you what's going on in the world of college basketball. Rico, what's happening, man? How we doing today? Looking good.
Thank you. Yeah, looking good, feeling good.
Thanks for the loser last week, buddy.
No, Dan, see, the problem is you took your headphones off and Kennesaw State split. So it's 1-1. And with that Cal Baptist pick, we're 2-1.
Yeah, you took your headphones off.
Okay.
It's on you, dude.
Well, you did give me a
2-1.
loser.
Rico, massive weekend. You had Iowa State beating Purdue, Arizona crushing Auburn, Duke Louisville picking up a couple of big wins. What were the major takeaways from this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, Iowa State looked unbelievable, obviously. I grabbed them. I cashed out of Oregon and grabbed them at 14-1. Some people shouting out way to get them at their worst value. But I do believe in Iowa State. I think they're awesome. TJ Otzelberger's got to get bigger shirts. The shirt, I don't like the wardrobe. It's too tight on the arms. But you look at Momanovic, unbelievable. Jefferson at 17-6. They got Lipsy back. I know he was out for a little bit, but the thing with them, unreal shooting percentages, 43 from 3, 61 from 2, and then lock you down defensively, suffocating, forcing turnovers. They're really, really good. So I think Iowa State's great. And this now shows we've got a lot of elite teams that have changed out here in KenPom. Purdue was one. Houston was one. Gonzaga was one. Michigan, you can make a case for Arizona, Duke, Iowa State. Like, a lot of people in the mix here in terms of at the top. So very, very entertaining.
A lot of headlines this week about Notre Dame football, Rico. What's the latest on Notre Dame basketball?
Notre Dame basketball, yeah, down at the bye. We like Shrewsbury, friend of a friend, but not great. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they're phenomenal, Eddie. ACC, I'm not in love with.
Okay.
Rico, question for you. How much of a raise have you asked for, and have you decided the number?
I have not. It's good that it's.
What? Well, answer the question. I mean, do we have a raise?
We have not had a meeting yet.
What are we thinking? 10, 15? What percentage are you asking for?
Probably shock the world. I think I go at like 600% up.
600% up. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Well, let's talk it out right now. What are we thinking?
600%.
Okay.
Not a dime back. Shout out
Text
Jim
him
Calhoun.
Text Dave that right now.
Sure.
Why won't you?
Because I'm not. It's
So that doesn't seem real. So then now let's figure out what percentage we're actually going to ask for.
This is the forum to do it.
Yeah, right here, national
national
television.
TV is definitely the forum to do it, for sure.
Rico, give us the stat about who can win the national title, because I know you love this stat, and I actually think it's an interesting one as well.
Yeah, so going back 21 years, the Week 6 poll, I don't know why they chose Week 6, but I think it gets you obviously out of Feast Week and into these big ones. Teams in the top 12 have won a title for the last 21 years. I also think it's pretty interesting. The last week of January gets definitely one in almost all years, but sometimes 3. Sometimes last year was 4, 2. If you're in the last week of January, you're looking at Final Four potential as well. But yeah, these top 12 teams, you look at Arizona, Michigan, Duke, Iowa State, Purdue, Gonzaga, Louisville, Alabama, all with a shot right now to win the title based on the historic stats.
If you had to pick someone from this list, you could pick 2 teams from this list.
Well, yeah, I'm holding.
No, I didn't ask for what your futures are. I'm saying pick 2 teams from this list right now.
I would look at, in terms of who's shown the
Just
most.
pick 2 teams from this list.
I still believe in Gonzaga.
Okay.
And I think Michigan's obviously got the
Wow.
group.
Hope Nate Oates isn't watching this. Hope Nate Oates isn't watching this. You didn't pick Alabama.
You don't want to get people too worried about it. We're always going to have that. The thing I would say to worry about that, Alabama has still not played a game at full strength. So watch out.
But you didn't pick them.
You got to be unbiased. You don't see me out here just pumping my friends.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
never.
He's
We've
right.
never seen that.
Never done that.
Never seen that.
Honorable man.
How's South Florida doing this year?
Yeah, if you want to get to the mid-major minute, they're unbelievable. You look at their staff. You know, Coach Brian Hodgson, unbelievable. Frank was just down there. Coach T. Butters, Jamie Quarles. They got Derek breaking down the defense. Logan with the film. They've added Tobin Anderson. He knows a thing about beating upsets in March. Dan, you'll like this. The business ops team, on Fridays, they do donuts in the office. They got some Staten Island people there. Five guys in double digits. You talk about a guy, Isaiah Nelson, high motor, impressive young man, hits the glass. This kid, I think this kid boxes out like a wardrobe malfunction. 9 a game. They got 48th in the country in offensive rebound percentage. Joe Pinion dials it up from long distance like a 90s phone company. Okay, he's ready to go at 13 a pop. I like this team. Dialed in, top to bottom organization.
And they go donuts and Five Guys, you said?
No, they just go donuts on Fridays.
on Fridays.
On Five Guys, yeah. You see how it would get confusing for us. I thought they went Five Guys.
Never just shout out my friends.
5 guys in double digits. 5 guys in double digits.
Rico,
They're 5-4 this year.
They've played a really tough schedule, Dan.
Yeah.
Can we pull up the South Florida schedule real quick?
It's really tough. If they went and played Oklahoma State, they'll get it going. I think the AAC runs through Tampa.
Is it warm weather down there?
Yeah.
So they're just giving away their hoodies.
They haven't played one ranked team and they're 5-4. Oof.
Rico, I know you're the college basketball guy. What do you think about Notre Dame's women's basketball team, ranked number 19 in the country? Han Hidalgo averaging about 25 a game. Do you think they can get right before this big stretch in January where they're home against UNC, home against Louisville, and home against UConn in like a 10-day span?
Yeah, I mean, you look at Notre Dame's women. I've followed them for a long time, obviously going back. I think it was it Muffet McGraw? Is that the name? Can we fact check that?
Stud Muffin. She was great.
Muffet McGraw is a historic coach. I don't know who's at the helm now. But yeah, shout out. They play under the rim. They run great sets as well.
Look, Notre Dame's women basketball, if y'all want to get a better answer in that, send Rico some gear, and, well, it'll come immediately afterwards.
Are you saying Muffin?
Muffet. It's Muffet.
I know it's Muffet, but I think he was saying Muffin.
I said Muffet McGraw.
He's saying Muffin McGraw.
Oh, I thought he said
Check the tape.
Who are you going to root for next Wednesday?
What am I missing?
Who are you going to root for?
Next Wednesday?
Alabama versus USF.
I think you root for the over, but yeah.
Oh, wait! So you're out on Nate Oates?
No.
Yeah, you didn't pick him for the top 12. You won't pick him in this matchup.
Listen, when you have a lot of your friends. Listen tonight, okay? Jimmy V, Ben Winterwood over at Clemson, definitely rooting for him. Got some guys over at BYU. You got Dave Klatsky in Florida, Danny Hurley, a friend. Like, these guys are going to square off. Dan, what are you going to do?
What do you always say about Jimmy V?
Jimmy V raised a ton of money for cancer, but he did get recruiting violations at Iona. That's a fact.
We gotta have that. We gotta have that out there for the Jimmy V class.
Fact. I like UConn tonight minus the 5.5.
That's I was going to ask you about Florida UConn. What about this? I asked about the conferences. Conference play about to begin. SEC kind of pounded their chest last year. We are the best. Who's been the best?
Nick's dying.
Who's been the best? What's the best conference as it stands right now?
So if you look at the polls, you got the Big Ten with 6, and I think the Big 12 with 6. In terms of the Big Ten, though, I'm not for sure that Nebraska and, Blutman, UCLA are true title contenders yet. They're ranked, but if you go to the Big 12 across the board, Arizona, Iowa State, Houston, BYU, who I have at 18-1, Texas Tech, and Kansas with Peterson back, all true title contenders. So the Big 12, war zone. Top conference without a doubt.
Rico, is there, as we sit here on television, is there anybody that you want to shout out, show some love to?
Yeah, sure. Shout out to, believe it or not, Doug Gottlieb. If you have the clip, throwing the chair, he's still got a little fire in him. Like, I like that. Losing shouldn't be, you can't accept losing. And who hasn't thrown something in a workplace? You know,
yeah,
it shows fire. So give it to Doug Gottlieb. Shout out to San Francisco. Beat Mississippi State with an awful inbounds play. FaceTime Brandon Walker kind of rubbed it in his face. Shout out to Dons. They sent some gear as well. Shout out Joe Lenardi. There you go, that play right there. Not having Arizona, Alabama as one of his top 10 matchups in December. Go back in your hole, Joe. Keep pumping St. Joe's because they pay you as an adjunct professor.
You would never.
Never. Shout out UNLV. Beat Stanford. Kyle Smith. Keep taking credit for having great assistants who've now taken better jobs than you. So Kyle Smith, 1 tournament win in his whole life, 1 tournament appearance his whole life. Shout out Kyle Smith. Can't beat UNLV.
I forget why you hate Kyle Smith.
I don't think you meant that shout out.
He's. I don't like how he conducts his business.
Okay. Yeah, so it's hard to keep a track of all the beefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, shout out Colorado State. Ali Farouk-Manesh. I know you remember that name. Northern Iowa tonight, minus 19.5 against Dartmouth.
He's the head coach?
Ali Farouk-Manesh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that.
All right, Rico, on the way out here, give us the official plays just in a nice, tidy package so we can go hopefully win.
Sure. UConn minus the 5.5. Colorado State minus the 19.5.
There it is, guys. Dan, you got it?
Yeah, I got
Locked
it.
in?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, put it in now.
600% raises a discount.
Yeah, that's true. Guy
Okay.
like him.
Rico, we got Omaha visiting number 24 Nebraska in women's hoops tonight. Who we got?
I would take Nebraska. Is Nebraska ranked?
24, yeah.
24th, yeah.
Yeah, if you put a number next to them in women's, it's blowouts. You see those scrolls right across.
There he is, Rico Bosco, our resident college hoops expert. Rico, you're the man. Thank you so much, brother. Have yourself a great day.
Take it easy, fellas.
Coming up next, and by the way, nobody do anything with Rico's green jacket and green screen anything. Please do not. When we get back, let's close out the show with the mailbag. You ask the questions online, we'll answer them next here on Wake Up Barstool. Welcome back. Closing out today's Wake Up Barstool by hearing from you. We put a tweet out there for a brand new segment we want to do every Tuesday. It's a little mailbag segment. You can ask absolutely anything, and we will answer it. The producers have collated the answers. Guys, what's on the minds of our wonderful WUB viewers? Let's see here. This comes from Sean. Ask WUB. Who will end up being more popular in the city of Chicago, Connor Bedard or Caleb Williams?
This is it basically comes down to
success.
because Caleb Williams, if he wins, if he has any bit of success, football is so much bigger than hockey.
Yeah, football's got the inherent
Without a doubt.
advantages.
But if Caleb Williams, doesn't get a second contract and Connor Bedard wins a Stanley Cup, it will be Connor Bedard,
Totally.
right?
It's all about success.
Yeah, it's all about success.
Who's the most beloved player from the last Blackhawks Cup runs? Is it Kane?
Patrick
Kane and
Kane and
Taves.
Taves, yeah.
Are they more beloved than Jay Cutler?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Are they
Shout
more
out the
beloved
Nicholas
than Matt Forte?
Sportsplex.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. for
Who would get bombarded more going out?
Kane would get probably the
Yeah.
most.
Wait, no, he's saying who would overtake them. I would say like
Oh,
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, who is somebody that, is there a bear that was more popular
Oh,
than Kane?
Urlacher.
Yeah.
Is
But-
Peanut loved like that or no?
yeah, I mean some people who are big baseball guys.
Yeah, Rizzo,
Bryant.
Rex
Schwarber.
Grossman?
It's just not. Yeah, I think it's success. But Bears, obviously, that would be the number. Dick is. He doesn't go out anymore. But there's success and football is what wins
Yeah.
all.
All right, what do we got next, guys? This comes from Matt McMillions. What activities, ask WUB, is Big
question.
Cat cherishing while he still has his full peak? God, that
I
is.
forgot.
That is getting.
Oh, we
stressful.
tried to convince you to take the Chiefs, too.
know.
We said man up and take the Chiefs.
Which I want all the people who complained. I have to go back and find all the people who complained. You get no satisfaction with that. Yeah, I mean, look, I've started to actually think about this. It would be the tip of my pinky. I still don't know how I would do it, but I will do it. I don't know. Can I get a doctor?
I think you have to go to, Istanbul.
Yeah, you just got to go out of the country. Probably Mexico.
Yeah, you could probably go to
I thought you found a
Tijuana.
guy.
A pinky? Well, off the record, I do have a guy.
Okay, so then that's what we'll do.
He's a sociopath. He's a doctor, and he really gets off to
How do you have that guy?
mutilating bodies. I grew up with him.
Oh, you gotta call in a tip line.
Yeah.
Are you going to hedge this with a personal bet? So you
No.
No?
No.
Chris
wanna think
Landry.
about it.
Oh, shout out my guy Chris. Ask WUB. Will Mincy flip a coin to decide who to cheer for with Tulane playing Ole Miss?
He doesn't root for either of those teams.
Of course, he's a John Sumrall guy. He's obsessed with Tulane. He's been on the sideline. John Sumrall earlier this year crediting Mincy for one of Tulane's Power 4 wins immediately on the field after the game, and he's an Ole Miss guy.
I mean, he kind of has a good setup here because it's just whoever wins, he'll just
Win-win.
Yeah.
Follow him along.
But we are going to get, I think, a classic Ben. He's going to try to win with grace.
Yeah.
In this game.
Yeah.
Whoever wins, he'll be very complimentary to the losing team.
Yes. He's going to that game, right?
And
I
probably the
would
following
bet my
day.
life on it. I would bet my life on it.
Well, he did come up to me and he said something about like streams and the schedule. I don't. Man, I should. I might have. He's got to get to this game. We got to send him to this game.
Has to get there.
He's got to be there.
Send him and Tate. I think him and Tate are the best comedic duo we got. Steve, Big Steve 89, ask Wub, how long should general managers have jobs? For example, are lifetime contracts such as Brian Cashman's good for business?
We talked about this before. They meet with the owners the most, so they become friends, and they have jobs for life.
Yeah.
They just get in the owners' ears and they just convince them that
it.
the coach is the problem.
Yes.
Not the roster. It's this damn guy we hired.
Yes.
Look at, or you get to be an owner like Mickey Loomis in New Orleans. He's done an objectively terrible job and he's going nowhere.
I hate to compliment them in any way, but the Packers, they have in their general managers' contracts, it's a certain amount of years.
I think you could be right.
I think they can't, like, it's almost like
Like it's like
senator.
ironclad, you're saying? Like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can't
it's like
get
a
out of it?
senator or something. Like once they serve a certain amount, they have to retire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they have to retire.
They can no longer be, look it up, Steven.
Oh,
Their
interesting.
stats, yeah, I'm pretty
I thought
sure
you were
they do.
saying the opposite, like they were protected for X amount of time, but you're saying they have to turn it over.
What is it, Matt? So, no, wait, it's mandatory, they have to. Okay, so team president, which is kind of their GM, so they have to retire at age 70. That's smart.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was a certain amount of years they can serve it and then they have to retire, but yeah.
We should have that in the Senate. All right, what do we got? What do we got next, guys?
Who's to say?
Chris, ask Wub. Has T-Bob made a pot of gumbo for the office yet for
He
this
has
holiday
not.
season?
Nope, he has not.
He is not, but guess what? T-Bob will post on his Twitter how he's making gumbo and he's got the roux and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, the
here's how
sweatshirt you
make
were
it.
wearing yesterday.
I was doing a Black Friday sale. Gumbo weather. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
no,
for
no,
us.
it's great.
Not
It's
for us.
great.
Okay, so I did make one specifically for the Tuesday show, but I tried a new way of rendering the fat out of the sausage, and it was just a stomach nuclear. It was bad. All y'all would have been just crapping your brains out.
Okay.
So we're getting back in the lab. I'm gonna make a Christmas turkey. Maybe I'll bring in some turkey gumbo. We'll see. We'll see. I will make it, guys. I promise. I promise I'll make it and bring it in. Dave had it. The first one I ever made, but that was the same night that I ended up getting drunk in the cave.
I love
like
gumbo.
I had an initial.
You were celebrating the-
I had an initial
Yeah.
like good moment, and then I just ruined it. All right, what's up next? Lenny, is Barstool Big Cat skipping Saturday donuts to blame for the Bears' loss? Hashtag ask Wub.
I don't think so.
Has Booger finally?
He hasn't said anything.
Got
No,
me?
I went 0-4 on Conference Championship Friday, and I had to. You can't start a weekend off like that.
0-4.
So I banned Saturday donuts. I then ended up going 3-0 in the next 3 games. Gave a little back at night, but yeah, no, that was just look. If I'm picking games that bad, I have to punish myself.
We gotta
I think
mix it
that's
up.
accountability.
So you took the ping pong table out of your own locker.
Correct.
That had to have
Correct.
been hard for you.
It was very difficult.
Your kids ask, like, where are they?
Yeah, they were like, "What's going on with the donuts?" And
What
then
did
we
you-
did have
Sorry,
like a
Daddy didn't win his bet.
school. We had a school thing later on in the morning, so they still got they got like cookies and stuff.
What did you replace the donuts with? What did you eat?
I just had cereal. I had Cheerios, like a schmuck.
Yeah.
But then I went to the
Honey
school
Nuts?
thing. No, regular. I'm a regular Cheerios guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, I've been told that we have a Che tweet. Assembled this office chair for my wife. Crushed it. Wait, Che, what's going on with the arms?
So I did it upside down. Didn't realize that.
So you didn't
until
crush
was-
it?
until it was assembled.
So this picture, you thought you crushed it, but it was
How
not
did
crushed.
you not know those?
Wait, Che, how did you not know the arms were upside down? What are we talking about
I was
here?
very proud. I was doing it during Monday Night Football. Post game finishes, I wrap it up. I'm like, all right, crushed it, put it together, and then sat in it after I took this picture. And
Did you think it
Wait,
was
you
like
took that picture? You thought it looked fine?
I thought that
I did,
was
I did, I
a
did.
joke.
No, I thought it was good.
that looks
this
like a
was a dentist
gynecological
chair?
chair.
Were those are for your face?
God, this
I
guy.
fixed it. I fixed it. I fixed it.
All right, see you tomorrow, Wub.
Unbelievable.